As was shown in the previous round, these teams can easily beat each other left, right, and center, and it's going to be hard to really predict how this one goes. So as the panel outlined, there are definitely upsides to both strategies. Obviously, the last time these teams met feels like forever ago. It was 2 hours. DogChamp did come out ahead, and this time around, I don't know if I'm vibing with this last pick, Queen of Pain, actually. She's playing into Storm, Gust, and Doom. So Dendi with a pretty bold choice here for his mid lane pick, but it's comfort above everything else. And Bait's lineup can snowball, but they need to... I guess my biggest concern is Bait have not been playing... Neither of these three teams have been playing really cleanly. I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I feel like this Radiant lineup's on a timer in this game.
Okay.
I don't think they're just going to win this game if it goes 45 to 60 minutes. I think Doom, Storm are going to be two big problems for their team. So that's my concern is, can Bait execute? If they do, they could run away with this game relatively quickly, but gotta nail it.
Let's see how it all pans out.
What do you think about 4 Caudle, actually?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. It's... Well, what's the purpose? Like, Chakra Magic, obviously very useful. I mean, it's... The laning stage kind of sucks though, right? Like, for a 4 Caudle?
Kind of depends on the matchup, but I guess in this game, you're playing against Clock Drow. Not sure how much you're gonna get done here. You are fast, which is a nice asset to have against Clockwork. Caudle, one of the few ranged supports that can outrun the clock, so you can stay away from him all the time and not get battery assaulted.
Not if you do that.
Well, it's not gonna be much damage. It was 100.
I think there is value in like the Chakra Magic, like the max Chakra Magic, just so valuable when you have all these kind of low spell cooldowns already. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not really too sure about this pos 4. As I say that, he does find a Courier of Russell now, so there's a set of tangos going down here for the Drow. That's not going to feel very nice.
And he pulled the wave, and the big camp is open. It doesn't get much better than that for Caudle. The fact that this big camp is not blocked by the Clockwork, I think, is a huge oversight in this lane. Because what Caudle lanes do the best is push. And they can literally just shove in this top lane with Illuminate, with Breathe Fire, and then they can pull big camp. You see him already now. After connecting the waves in the river, he will do a big camp pull here, trying to get the half pull. Gets 3/4, which is also okay. As long as there's something running into the Drow's wave here to delay it. This lane is already pure chaos now. All right, Clockwork let his courier stand in the river, didn't move it. It's, that's not good. It's also not a disaster, but could be better. Sunlight bottom. He's dead.
He certainly is, and this is kind of something that I believe Fear was talking about. Like, wasn't the biggest fan of the Doom pick whatsoever.
Flea's in trouble too, actually. He will be okay, but he's getting really harassed.
This is the thing, like, this bottom lane is going to be quite challenging, at the very least, for DogChamp, you'd argue.
Yeah. Doom against Undying and Slark, you lose so many attributes just being in the lane, and Rubik isn't the type of hero that's going to help you a lot. Would be curious to see... I feel like Stonebank should actually buy Orb of Venom in this lane. I think it would be really good, but for now he's eyeing up Treads, which also have value, of course. I mean, it's a different way of approaching the aggressive playstyle. Mid lane. RCY against Dendi. Looking like a wash for now, but Dendi has more creeps coming his way, so should be ahead on net worth here if he farms this up correctly. Yeah, most definitely will get the majority of these under tower.
They should be just fine. CY going to try and play a few games with him, but...
I say that, and Dendi gets...
He
got literally 1, so actually not ahead. Wow, this is lining up so terribly. Finally gets one there.
Can you say, I don't think MLP will win the lottery tomorrow? Is that all right?
It doesn't work when you're watching.
Okay.
I can't do it when you're looking.
It's
mid lane, the Caudle gang.
Holy.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition, the Keeper of the Light, ganking mid-minute 3.
RCY.
Yeah, I mean, this is really annoying for the Storm, no doubt about it, but what a weird gank. I mean, Funny can just play this lane, though. That's one of the assets of Dragon Knight against this type of lane, right? He's pretty durable. Clockwork ever runs at you, you just stun him and walk away. Walk it off like nothing happened, and with the boots on Funnick, yeah, Stomanen can kind of do whatever he wants. I'm hearing a tombstone again.
Yeah, Sunlight being chased down. Stonebank does have the pounce, but decides to try on to flee instead.
Oh, that is not a good telekinesis. He might be okay. He's not.
Okay, they'll still get the kill. I think he actually could have gotten away with the sunlight kill had he made the pounce, but nevertheless, gets a kill, you know, still better than nothing.
Gets the water here. Gets a... How weird, they're just walking behind each other and not attacking because they want to get to the wave here. That just looked funny, but it makes sense, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, RCY should net himself some nice denies here. And they trade waters, but... Oh.
Top lane, Bloody
Clockwork
Nine.
died.
He does go down. Funnick able to secure the kill.
Well, this is definitely a dominant early game from Bait, so... This is what I was talking about. Their lineup has the snowball potential if everything comes together. They probably do need to play relatively fast, and they're laying the foundation for it right now so far.
Bloody Nine's back. Dominant, maybe? No, he's too fast.
Yeah, he has boots windlace.
Yeah, he's...
Clockwork, even with Tranquils, is now shorter. Yeah, he's also shorter than Caudle, if you didn't know.
That's not very nice.
He's slower.
Funnick? We've seen this before, just stuns and...
And misses Illuminate. Yeah, we have seen that.
Dominant now.
Should be okay.
Gets cogsed up, but yeah, he just runs his way out.
It's really nice to play Dragon Knight with Caudle, by the way. We haven't really talked about that, but it's such a great chakra target. Dragon Knight has mana issues, but you just keep giving him free stuns, breathe fires. This hero essentially would be a really strong laner if he had a better mana cost to mana pool ratio. That's also why Dragon Knights in the past usually buy Soul Ring. But in this game, Funnick can bypass that entirely and actually be a very strong laner whenever the level 2 chakra is playing together with him. Just non-stop spam out these two heroes. You see them there, they stack up, breathe fire. Raindrop charge gone from Bloody Nine, and yeah, they're just spamming them out. Illuminate, you know. This top lane is working out really well for Bait.
Yeah, it's one of those weird lanes where you buy a raindrop because there's so much value in it, but then the charges disappear so quickly.
Yeah.
RCY?
He's level 6, they can't kill him anymore. He's trying to get the rune.
Yeah, he is. And Lowdyne actually picks up the haste bottom. Dominant in the meantime, very low, but RCY out of mana. And oh!
He has enough. He's ticked.
Lowdyne? RCY?
He could have lived.
Yeah, he went for the kill instead.
Yeah, he could have just jumped away. I don't know if this is actually worse or better, because what you get now is you get a full bottle refill and full health, right? You're kind of starved for resources regardless. So if you do get away, you have to run all the way back to base and TP back mid. Now instead you trade kills and you get the TP. So I actually don't mind this that much. I think it's okay.
Bloody Nine goes down top lane. Here we go again. Chakra magic, refresh everything. Russell cannot fight this one out.
He might die too, actually. Oh, okay. It was close because there is another Illuminate coming. This one's gonna miss.
He expected
completely.
it.
But still, good pressure once again from Bait. Slark has now reached level 6. And he can now put a lot of pressure on Sunlight alone. Sunlight, obviously, as long as the fight's happening around the tree, Slark will get these small bursts of movement speed. So he can close the gap. Might even pounce on him here. He will. Gets in. A couple of pot shots would be really nice to have an Orb of Venom right now, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But is opting for the Echo Saber Rush, which is also going to provide him with slow. But is, by being a way more expensive item, obviously not available to him just yet. But man, Sunlight, yeah. He's not enjoying himself here, that's for sure.
So
3 lanes, this game going Bait's way, I would argue. So
very similar to the last game we were just casting. Bait, off to a good start already. Just got to try and maintain it. You mentioned this kind of draft, like you want to take off early and you don't want to drag this out to the late game. And with the start they have, they certainly have the potential to make that happen.
yeah, and the key is to shut down Doom. I think that's actually the biggest shutdown they can have in this game because he provides the biggest problem for the Queen of Pain and the Slark. So if he's having a rough time... Oh, I like this from Stonebank. Well, it didn't work out, but I like the idea of bringing him for a cheeky quick kill mid, but yeah, blocked off there by Flea.
99. Chakra magic on Dendi, so he'll have his spells back up.
Bloody Knight's super dead here.
And this is the one thing I like. Like, you asked me about the pos full Coddle, and it really just, to me, it's about the Chakra magic. Like, it's...
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, we don't really see this. That's Coddle in every position, though, right? It's
True.
the fact that they're choosing it as a 4 when most teams don't play it. Oh, Dendi's going to find Sunlight bottom.
Big one.
And this is going to be a stack for Stonebank. Nice and easy.
Dendi with a double.
+1 Agi.
7-1. I mean, 2K advantage so far. Bait in complete dominant fashion here against DogChamp.
I have a little bit of a fun fact for you, by the way. Which hero in Dota do you think has the highest win rate over 60 minutes in pro games?
I would think someone like Doom, Enigma, Doom.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's Slark.
Really?
This hero has the highest late game win rate out of anyone.
Wow. Okay.
At least when we looked into it a couple of weeks ago, I want to say it was, maybe a couple months. Well, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense. This hero, in theory, scales indefinitely, and all it takes for Slark is one good fight, and he gets insane amounts of stacks, and the nature of the next fight are extremely skewed in his favor, right? He scales very, very well with items. He has inherent vision, which is huge in late game scenarios, so it's a lot of like small things that add up. Sunlight. Well, he is...
He's feeding right now.
He's got Midas. It's time for the travels.
Did he do this in game 1?
No, he played the Viper.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He played the Viper, got crushed, and then he went Midas Travels and came back and carried the game together with his Drow.
So you're telling me it's time to buy Travels then?
Yeah, exactly. He already has the Midas. He's doing better than his Viper was. So
that's true.
Don't worry too much. Surely he can find a way, but the biggest concern here is Stonebank is filthy rich on the Slark. And in my opinion, this is a potentially really good Slark game under the conditions that Doom is not doing well. So, conditions have been met.
Happy days here for
Let's see
Bait.
if he can roll with it. Yeah, and now Bait's lineup, by nature of how it works at this point in time, they feel very safe in all three lanes. They can actually push pretty well. They can farm a lot. They can combine their heroes in multiple ways. As long as the Coddle is involved, they can keep just spamming out spells on their opponents to harass them across the map. And what you want to see from DogChamp is they need to bring heroes together.
Dandy.
They don't get him.
They'll be able to blink out. In comes Funnick, looking for a stun attempt here onto RCY, but the zip away is there. Though Stonebank, he has rotated once again, and this time around, he is going to get something for his time.
And Funnick, by the way, in this game is not going hammer. He did that last time on Dragon Knight. He's going to rush the dagger, really try to up the tempo of ganking.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it's better as well this game. I don't mind it. They're going to try to play a very, very high-octane Dota here. And it's refreshing to see. It's something I've been praising Bait for in this Division 1. They've not been afraid to play their own stuff, right? Like they've had minus armor strategies. They're playing mid-queen as seemingly the only team. They're running offlane Dragon Knight for Coddle this game. Like there's just a lot of creativity in the way that they draft. And it makes for mixed results because some of the experiments turn out great and some of them turn out to be complete flops. This one so far looking like a good mixture.
Funnick, top lane.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Could be another permanent Agi stack here for Stonebank. Just need that stun to land. Bloody 9. Yeah, he's almost certainly just dead here. Yeah, another. Dendi will take the kill himself. This is the kind of... Yeah, I mean, you were just saying it, but this gameplay is so much more fluid, it feels like, from Bait. You know, like, they're not sitting back. Funnick's not farming the whole map. Like, they're playing as a unit, and it just feels... It just seems so much better.
Yep. So far, so good for sure. Now, the question is for DogChamp, when can you string together a play? You need the Clockwork to be a part of it. Clockwork needs to set up Storm for some sort of success. Drown needs to farm. And ideally for them, they bring Doom into the play. He's actually going to TP top here and go for a cheeky Doom out of the tree line onto Stonebank. The tower will already have fallen now, but they get the Doom on the connection.
They do.
He needs to find Fog here a lot to just heal.
Rocket Flare not going to give too much vision. Flea will find him.
They got the tower.
They did get the tower, but it will cost them, you know, pretty expensive life. But it is only one. 4-hero rotation for that.
And they had to use Doom.
True.
But it's big for Sunlight, though. That's a lot of gold.
Okay. Kind of worth for both teams in some ways, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's overall decent for both, yeah. I mean, the bigger story in this game is the fact that Bait got the mid-tower minute 10. Like, that was the big one. And now it's a matter of getting Slarky's Diffusal, which he's close to at this point, and then playing the map offensively and being as oppressive as possible. Just make smoke plays, connect with your Dragon Knight Dagger, and look for picks. You can kill the Drow, you can kill the Storm. Nobody in the Dire team is actually safe when Slarks gets Diffusal. Doom has the best chance of survival, but even he should die to a DK Slark gank, especially with any +1. And it's very calm from the side of DogChamp. The tempo just... Their games have been very different from one game to the next. It's very inconsistent. There's no clear pattern in what they're trying to do. Funnick Could find a stun here. He
Oh,
will.
he does. Very, very nice. Counts the follow-up. He's got a little bit of mana to play with, but not enough time.
7 permanent agi already
That's concerning.
for Stonebank.
I mean, you're getting close to a free Blade of Alacrity now for Stonebank, and
Yep.
people, tend to hold that thought because mid lane.
Tombstone. Okay. That's not gonna work.
No. Although Dendi
Oh,
is
they
there.
get the Rubik. Okay. Bonk. Could have let Dendi have it, but had to send a message there.
And he's the one that dropped the tombstone.
Little
after all.
known fact about Undying ulti, it actually activates Troll ulti, and you can't control your hero, and you just have to run at stuff and hit it. So Lodin, no fault of his own there.
Bloody
Funny.
Nine.
Gets jumped.
Oh, it could be a bit of a mess up here from Bait. Bloody Nine does die, but you lost Dendi and you've lost Funnick as well.
Yeah, they bring the numbers this time, DogChamp. Get another, and maybe even a fourth.
Dominant.
RCY kind of out of mana here. Blinding Light.
Stonebank does not want to jump though.
Nope. He doesn't have his diffusal yet. He's 3 gold off. I thought he had it, but without that, probably not happening there. He will return to farming the jungle. But yeah, big moment there for DogChamp. They find some much-needed kills, and like we talked about, the Bait lineup, very snowbally by nature. You lose a couple here, you lose a couple there. Well, guess who's top net worth? The Doom, who got absolutely handled in lane, has now got a 15-minute BKB Midas. So that's all it takes. It's a couple of moments where things go right, and this game has now more or less equalized in terms of gold. And then the question is, who does that favor more? The perma-stacking Slark or the very heavily scaling Doom and Storm? Well, Storm in theory, not yet,
Not yet.
but he can get there.
Eventually. Smoke up. DogChamp, they'll head up toward the top lane, but
Bait
an
got
immediate
smoked as
back.
well.
Oh, look at that. Line's drawn exactly towards the side of DogChamp.
Yeah, DogChamp are in a pretty good position there, though. They have the ward on the right, they have the BKB on Doom. He is untouchable. He can pop BKB, run in, and Doom the Slark.
Stonebank.
Slark's gonna break here.
Sunlight.
Oh,
Can
he
he get
jumps
the
in.
Doom off? No, Shadow Dance
Oh,
is
he
there.
did BKB.
No,
He's
he
still
did
got enough
not.
health. He's
Yeah,
fine.
Doom is there though in time. They
That's
found
fine.
the Slark and Stonebank is down. Sunlight, he seems to be okay because Dendi has not hit the Sonic Wave in time.
Even if he did, it wasn't enough.
Now, that's a pretty big win for DogChamp. They'll get away with murder.
Yep. Even though Rubik stole Tombstone, it didn't matter. They only got the... Well, they got the Slark kill, but they didn't get more.
Funnick. Top lane will show himself. There is a bit of a surround here from DogChamp.
Funnick getting jumped.
Zip in is there. Vortex to follow up. Bloody Nine's there with the battery assault as well. And poor old Funnick. Well, he's actually a pretty tanky guy, right? So he's not going to die that easily. In fact, now Bloody Nine's in trouble. And oh, they even found the stun. Oh. I thought the rest of DogChamp were coming.
That wasn't even remotely close. He had 700 health left when they gave up. Storm was out of mana. He was in a creep wave against Clockwork Battery Assault. That play didn't exist. Complete misread of their strength after they just took a good fight. And now Bait are getting Roche.
Yes, they are. Bait.
These games are very unpredictable.
They really are.
Things are just happening.
Things have been happening, that's for sure.
Well, Roche is going to go down. Stonebank more than likely to grab this one. He's working on an Axe.
This is what I was saying before the day started. Like, the thing with this tiebreaker in NA, between these three teams, is any team can beat any team at any given time.
Yeah.
And just strange things happen throughout their games. And it's just like, I just thought to myself, this could be a long night.
Yep. RCY barely gets off the jump there, and that will... Actually, that doesn't even give away the ward, because it was Night Vision Slark. So he wouldn't know necessarily that there's vision there, even though there is. Now again. Oh, okay.
Okie dokie.
Well, he did
No
gather
problem.
the information before, chose not to take it into account too much, and walked into the wave and got killed by Slark, who seems hungry for more,
Yep.
but it's going to calm down.
10 perma agi now.
Yep. His Axe is going to be really big, especially because playing with Caudle is actually kind of interesting on Slark, right? You pounce twice and you get the mana back, and then you just pounce again.
Ah, yes.
It's he can stick for a long time. You either chakra him or the Dragon Knight for a secondary stun. Tower denied by Funnick.
With the pounce cooldown of the chakra magic, like it feels like you could just perma pounce somebody, right? Like,
Not quite, but you can get 3 in a row. Which is, you know, quite a long time.
I mean, that's 10 seconds of leash, basically. 9.75 to be exact.
Yep.
That's
Quick maths.
yeah. I think that's enough time for Slark to take someone out.
Most of the time. They could, you know, buy 1 Force Staff.
True.
Or have BKB. But they can't all have that. Well, they could, but they won't.
They're not 5-rat 4-star. The DogChamp, they remain grouped up. I mean, obviously, strength in numbers here on the dire end of things. You are fighting into an Aegis right now against Bait, so you'd rather not get caught with your pants down. It seems like Bait are just really just going to wait out the Ags. No need to rush.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I would like to see them use their Aegis. The problem is that these two things are going to overlap. Like when you get the Ags, the Aegis has 30 seconds left on it. So from my perspective, it would still be nice for them to take 1 fight before the Ags and use their Aegis to force a Doom. Slark can frontline if they set it up correctly, with the backup being placed well behind, with Caudal Illuminate with ulti, and with the Dragon Knight ready to come in for the backup. Well, DogChamp are going to go in the bottom half. They will find absolutely nothing here but Barren Wasteland and a Bounty Rune. And a Midas. Well, they're keeping down, you know, keeping down the Wildwing population. It's what any good Dota inhabitant would do.
Well, why is that, Synderen?
Imagine if the Wildwings took over. They would just push you around all day.
I suppose so.
If you enjoy a bit of free movement, oh boy.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, Flea was farming the Radiant Jungle. He is no
Buddies.
longer farming the Radiant Jungle.
That's because he's dead.
He was farming the wrong camp. He should have killed the Wildwings. But Dendi will do his duty. He is an experienced, seasoned veteran of Dota, and he knows that these birds need to be culled.
Poor Wild Rings.
Yeah, let's see if there's any camps with Wildwings in them. Oh, what a coincidence. There's none. Would you look at that? Absolutely none of them.
You're a real sicko, Synderen.
Oh, really?
Mid lane.
Oh, there is one. There's one camp in the Dire Triangle, but guess where Doom is going?
He really is.
Straight away. And he eats the big one.
Wow.
Get rid of Big Bad Boris first. Look at them go. To earth, to soil. Notice how they just fall through the ground. It's very interesting.
It is.
There could be an updated animation on that.
There could be, Synderen. Maybe it's a feature, sir.
What do you think Wildwing tastes like?
Chicken?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was too easy. Well, see if DogChamp have any plans in mind. They're still playing their area around the outpost for now as 5. Their last smoke didn't really bear any fruit. It ended up with a dead Rubik on their side, as a matter of fact, since he stuck around to farming. Well, Funnick will just push out top, pops the dragon form.
Axon's dominant. So you've got the Coddle Ags
Yeah,
now.
that's really early. That's a good point. Will-O-Wisp. Pretty decent game for it. Multiple of the enemy heroes are melee. You know, the Clock and the Doom. And the Drow's ability to access fights is pretty telegraphed. She's going to come from one angle, so you can kind of like keep her in place a little bit with this. There were definitely alternative options the Coddle could have gone for here, but this one is going to be a feels-good item for sure.
The thing, like, you've just got so much lockdown already. The Will-O-Wisp is going to make
the
it
smoke
impossible.
here. Dragon Knight in with a stun.
Flea's caught out. Will-O-Wisp down. They just can't.
Oh,
they
that
can't
is-
help.
Wow, they really popped everything. They popped Will-O-Wisp and Shadow Dance. I think they needed neither,
No.
but they played that very safe against the Doom. Fair enough.
Just respecting the Doom, yeah. Here we go. Bait. They spoke up immediately. They want to keep going. Up, they find somebody. Who is it? It's Bloody Knight. More perma-agi for our man Stonebank. 12 now. Keep in mind, they have the Depth Shroud. So I guess the Shadow Dance, like, yeah, you don't really want to use it, but...
It's a shorter cooldown than Depth Shroud. So
Fair.
I mean, if you have to use one or the other and you feel like you just want to do it for safety, it's the shorter cooldown and it's the one your teammates can't use. But it's obviously also the one where you get free movement. So there's upsides to both. Either way, didn't really seem to matter. They get a bonus kill and now the cooldown's back up, so it wasn't a waste in the end. RCY would be wise to not show on this mid wave, but I think maybe somebody will be tempted. It's like Rubik will take care of it from afar. But DogChamp are very scared. Like, they're super timid about moving out everywhere because of this bait strategy, just having this immediate catch. The Pounce, the Dragon Tail, and the strong follow-up from all of their ranged spell burst is working wonders for them. DogChamp will try again now with the smoke. If this move fails, it's bad news, but Stomanen will break the smoke on Clock. They know what's up. He's just gonna straight up walk into them though. But
Absolutely, but the Depth Stride is gonna save him. He'll get the Will-O-Wisp off in time. Still seems like he is probably set to die and will go down, but they found the dupe, perhaps Sunlight? No, he's out of there. He'll run out, but the fight continues. They've lost Bloody Nine. They've lost Flea, and now Russell's being chased, but he gets a nice Hurricane Pike.
he is not safe whatsoever.
No, Funnick's got him. Funnick has locked him down. No escape. Bait still cleaning up 3 for 1.
Yep, seems really easy for them. Every time a fight breaks out, they just combine their heroes. Funnick is doing work this game on the Dragon Knight. Finding all the right initiations, and I think skipping the Meteor Hammer this game has really paid off.
I agree.
As with this Blink, he's just setting up Stonebag for a really easy game. And Bait effectively control like 2/3 of the map for the last 10 minutes. They have good warding. Whenever it's nighttime, Slark is an extra ward. They're pushing out the lanes well. And DogChamp, on top of all of that, are terrified of moving out, so that in itself also pushes the waves.
That's the thing, like the only person that's had a decent time in terms of farm is the Doom.
Yeah, ironically.
Yeah. Fleet. No. Oh.
Bloody Nine just killed himself.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Well then, Gust, not gonna connect. Nice Pounce out.
I'll see why. Get out of there, so it's not safe.
And Lodian can stand his ground here. He has Glimmer Cape Mech and is next to the Tombstone. Just so much to work with. My goodness, if the Storm isn't underfarmed this game. This has maybe been RCY's worst game that we have watched. He has not had more or less any impact 26 minutes in. He's been countered at every turn. He lost his lane. He got ganked. He's 7th on net worth as Storm.
Yeah.
This hero does not fare well under these circumstances whatsoever. And it's only getting worse by the minute. Bait are building this advantage up pretty quickly. Had my concerns about whether they could pull it off, but I'm feeling more and more confident they're going to be able to handle this game just fine with how well they've dealt with the last 10 minutes. The advantages are mounting. It's only going to get easier from here on out. As long as they have the vision and don't get doomed on this Lark, the fights almost play themselves.
A very uncharacteristic game here for RCY. The Storm just not having any impact whatsoever.
Gonna get jumped.
Lodin.
Wanted to walk over there and de-ward completely on his own. This is one of those moments that Bait just seems to have every game. It's just like, if he's gonna take the risk and walk over and try to check for this ward, he could pre-Glimmer, he could ask for teammate backup, whatever. But in the end, he's just giving away his life, and I know he's a 5 and it's not the biggest deal, but it feels like this team, when it has these leads, they can tighten it up and cut these mistakes and just make it clean. It's not a necessity to go for risky reconnaissance when you're winning.
I'm with you.
This is a good play a lot of the time when you're losing, to be fair. Sometimes your 5 needs to just take risks, try to gather information. It's way better that he dies than a core, but this was a place that no core was going to go. So, effectively just a little bit of a freebie there. Handed over to the side of DogChamp.
Smoke up again. 5-man smoke here from Bait. We don't already back up. DogChamp. Oh, they've caught RCY straight off the bat.
He might survive, though.
Barely making it out, so instead they only find Bloody Nine, but Roshan is now available.
Yeah, Dendi wasn't quite there on the jumps. If they're all together, that's a one-shot on the Storm. But they force him out. They send him all the way back to base. Clock buys back. And all Bait lost was a Caudal Will-O-Wisp, but he could very quickly get that back with Chakra. We'll have it soon.
They won't start Roshan anyway. Like, they saw the buyback from Bloody Nine, and that's going to be enough for them to just leave Roshan for now. No need to rush it. Just keep extending the lead that they already have.
Well, they want to play on their ward, though. Funnick leading the charge. They see RCY again. He's coming over.
Oh, boy.
Oh, the rocket flare important there, stopping the blink from Funnick. But they're just letting him go anyway.
RCY!
Again. Are you serious?
Oh, what is happening?
He frontlined on Storm, and they know there's vision. That is just free. And okay.
That's
defensive Doom onto Dendi.
Okay, they're going in. They're trying, but it's going to be a cleanup. That is a real desperate Doom to throw out. No deny necessary on Dendi. And there's more. Another down. That's going to be Flea. I know you're struggling to find the words right now, Syndra.
These games are like a box of chocolates. You, know? You don't need to finish that sentence. You know how the rest goes.
Oh, man.
Well, that's Roche for Bait. That fight played itself for them, really. DogChamp just ran into a trap that they knew was there. And they sent arguably the riskiest hero in front and got punished for it. And at that point, the fight was more or less over. But they still tried to take it with their Doom and effectively just gave over a couple of extras. Now Stonebank rocking a Linken's, Aegis, and the Mage Slayer that we haven't mentioned, but that he also has for even more tankability and damage mitigation against that Storm. Dendi closing in on his Linken, so they'll have multiple against the Doom, who, as a result, has to go Ags, and he is working on it. But even when he has that Ags, Caudle has a Force Staff, so he can reposition his teammates. They have a Glimmer to try to juke the Doom in the fight, get out of the Doom for just a moment so you get to use your spells on your Queen or Slark, and you're going to be just fine. Well, this tower's gone. 19 permanent Agi on Stonebank. Almost an Eagle Horn for free. Pardon me, Eagle Song. It used to be called Eagle Horn, but then we couldn't have nice things because Blizzard used that as a unique bow in Diablo.
Oh, of course they did.
Just like they did with Bariza. That's why it's called Daedalus. All right, Rubik's dead.
I miss Bariza. I thought that was a nice name. DogChamp? I mean, they're still trying to run. Bloody Nine is down.
He's trying to walk, but even that
is.
isn't happening. And Stonebank's on the hunt for more. Very confident with this Aegis. He could probably win this 1v3 if he gets the jump on the Drow. Or, yeah, well, even on Drow. She pikes, he can pounce her again. If her Shadow Blade's on cooldown, he could kill her. But for now, he's looking for the Doom.
Sunlight. Oh.
That is not a connection, but the second one will.
We'll see how Sunlight tries to get out of this one. Gets the stun off.
Stomp and blink away. Stole some Agi, though. That was 7 stacks. And he is level 20, so he gets an extra Agi per hit. So a lot of Agi being taken away from this Doom. Currently sitting on a measly 24. Obviously, Slark will gladly jump on him again. He's going to kill him faster and faster the less armor he has and the more Agi Slark has.
Bait, they're just not... No need to slow down. Like, 20k advantage. They're just going to keep running at DogChamp.
Stonebank looking for a play, but he gets pulled away by the call. He was just backstabbing them and he pulled him away.
RCY
still getting the Storm.
Yeah.
And the Rubik.
Yeah.
I mean, this game, man, there's just... It surely has to be over at some point soon. DogChamp are just getting run at and killed over and over and over.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that there's no call yet. Like this, I don't know if you can actually... You could certainly make a comeback, but chances are it's very low.
I would like them to just make a Hail Mary play, right? If you feel like this game is out of reach, you go for it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well, we were really far behind, go next, you know? But playing it like this, you're just making your chances of a comeback even smaller.
Yeah.
There are plenty of times in a Dota game where you have, let's say, 10% chance to win the game, and the best play is to go for a move that is low probability to work. But if it does, you come back. If you don't, that move is even worse 5 minutes later. So you might as well have made it when it was the highest chance, even though it's bad, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those games where the best play sucks. And you gotta go for it and hope baits slip up, because otherwise this just happens. You get jumped, you lose your Rex, and now your Hail Mary play just got 5% harder. Or rather, it got 100% harder. Your win chance went down by 5.
Yeah, it certainly did.
It's looking grim. Second lane, Stonebank is on the mission here. He's dropping himself pretty low.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Sunlight, slow to a crawl here.
Oh, he's gone.
He's stunned and dead, yeah. And Rubik's dead.
Yeah, there goes Fleet.
And Bloody Nine standing still. He's going to get jumped in a second.
Stonebank's just completely
Bloody
cleaning up
Nine is
everything.
dead.
RCY comes in. Where's Stonebank? He's just cleaning up.
Here comes Sunlight.
I mean,
1v5.
He's doing it.
He's doing something.
He's
doing very little.
Oh, they found the drow.
Yep.
Russell.
Pounce unlocked. Well, not going to go for it. Could have maybe caught the Doom with a secondary pounce there, but RCY is out of mana. It's the second lane.
Dire's middle barracks.
I think the G keys on their keyboards must be broken here on the side of DogChamp. It's maybe one last team fight for them.
Dire's middle tower.
No, don't be so harsh on them. They only had to call GG once last cycle.
Okay.
So they've still got some Gs left in them. Here we go. Storm is in. Instantly silenced by Dandy. Okay, he didn't BKB. He's
Oh,
dead.
nice hook shot though. Nice cast. Stonebank, he'll
He
just
has
keep
Aegis.
going. He has the Aegis up. And I think they're just a little bit too far behind to make these plays happen. Though, let's see. Stonebank, he's going deep. Flea is gone. Stonebank has a lot of agi, I'd assume, as they do call the GG. They've had enough. And Bait, I mean, 2 games in a row now, they've looked very, very, very strong.
Bait want to go for dinner,
Yeah.
but they've got to win one more before dinner is unlocked.